Blendable sound video. The physical production of sound into a systematic, organized system is called phonics. Phonics for the English language is comprised of individual sounds called phonemes. There are approximately 44 different phonemes with slight phonic variations of the sounds called allophones that comprise our speech-to-print alphabetical language. Our alphabet is comprised of 26 consonants and vowels. The articulation of the different phonemes is dependent upon the parts of our oral cavity, the articulators, that produce specific sounds. Movable parts through muscle action of our lips, tongue, upper alveolar ridge, soft palate, pharynx, and mandibles or jaws. The two fixed articulators are our hard palate and teeth. The articulators and the place and manner of articulation determines the different production sound that produce the phonemes. The places of articulation and phonemes are as follows. The bilabial is a place of articulation pertaining to the two lips, and the bilabial consonants are pi, bi, my. Labial dental is a place of articulation involving the lower lip and upper teeth. The sounds are f for veer and f for fear. The interdental is a place of articulation involving the tongue tip and the teeth. The sound th, thaw, and the. The alveolar is a place of articulation pertaining to the alveolar ridge or the alveolus. The alveolar consonants are formed with the tongue against the alveolar ridge. T, to, do, s, su, zu, nu, and lu. Palatal is a place of articulation pertaining to the palatal area which lies between the alveolar ridge. The palatal sounds are formed with the ridge, with the tip or the blade of the tongue against the hard palate. Sh, rush, z, rouge, ch, rich, raw, ya, yaw, and idge, bridge. The velar is a place of articulation pertaining to the upper surface of the hard and soft palate. The velar consonants are formed with the dorsum of the tongue against the velar surface, also known as dorsal sounds. K, rack, rag, rang, which, one. The glottal is a place of articulation pertaining to the glottis or the vocal folds. The glottal consonant is formed by the vocal cords. High. The manner of articulation is derived from the type of airflow while producing the phonemes. There are slight variations of pronunciation of the phonetic phonemes called allophones. These variations are still perceived as part of the same phoneme. Sonance sounds are all continuous airflow with a minimum interference and can be classified and differentiated. They include stops where the airflow is stopped completely for a short time. They include three-voiced and unvoiced pairs. But and rabbit. Pay and supper. T for tail and t for tail and butter, and d for doll and ad. K for back and boutique, and k for go and egg. Fricatives have a particularly obstructed airflow, and it is forced through a narrow space. F for fan and off, for vine and savvy, for this and thin, s for say and miss, z for buzz and scissor. Affricates are produced with a stop closure, then immediate release of air. K for cut, y for yes, and hallelujah. Etch and edge. Liquids have no particular beginning and end articulation. For little, island, for rhyme, and wrong. Obstruents consist non-nasal stop fricatives and affricates. There are 16 vowel sounds that are distinguished from each other by the dimensions of the tongue position, front, mid, and back, and the tongue height from high to low, as depicted on the chart from Discovering the Vowels. Vowels that do not fit from the progression of the vowel chart are diphthongs. They glide in the mouth. The mouth position shifts. Oi for boy, oi for boil, ow for now, or ow for cloud. The chart starts up at the top left, and it's sort of the front smiley position, and it starts from high, front to low, and then from front to back. Your tense E, C, and B. Your lax I, sit, and bit. Lax I is I for sit and bit. Your tense A, favor, steak. Your lax E, pet, said. Your lax A is sat, have. Your tense I, time, mild. Your lax O is awe for fox and watch. Now that's your long open O, and now we're going to be starting to retract it again with a lax U, for butt and love. Aw sound, which is saw and walk. A tense O for sew and coat. A lax double O, which is for book and wolf, and your tense U, oo for hoot and blue. These are your 16 vowel sounds, and along with the various consonants already mentioned, comprise our 44 basic phoneme patterns. Thank you very much.